Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. It's midday right now. Cipher provided their financial results for Q1 of 2023 yesterday, so I wanted to get kind of cut up a little bit, get this out of the way. We got more things we got to talk about, obviously, later on tonight. That's going to be a late video. I got a lot of stuff going on. So we'll get through, I think, possibly with CleanSpark also providing their update for Q1 as well later on today at the end of the close of the trading day. That's going to be coming out. I'll try to get this out today if possible. If not, it'll be out tomorrow. But then also we have the miners for April performance-wise, grading them on 7 metrics and 5 metrics. That's also going to be coming out. So there's a lot going on. So I just want to get at least ahead of myself a little bit on these videos here. So as always, you guys know the drill here. This is not financial advice for entertainment only. Do your own research. I'm invested in following coins and companies for full disclosure. Let's take a look at what's going on in the markets right now, and then we'll take a look at Cipher's Q1 numbers as well. So right now, the market is doing actually, well, it's down a little bit now, but it was up in the beginning. The CPI numbers came out also this morning, 4.9% for for April. So that's better than March. March, we were at 5%, so it's a little bit better, 4.9 compared to 5. That's still better. So inflation is coming down slowly, but it is coming down nonetheless. So that's good there. That has obviously affected the markets here in the morning. Markets were up for the most part, and now they are down a little bit here now midday. Bitcoin is still up though. Bitcoin is up 2.1% right now to 28,230. It is above our wedge here, bottom part of our wedge here right now. We'll see how it's going to continue on going throughout the day. The miners are also having a pretty fantastic day as well. There's a couple miners that are up over double digits. Cipher is up 10.5%. CleanSpark is up 16.39. We also have Marathon is up 12.69% right now, and Riot is up 10.93. And those are the ones that are double digits increases. So really good performance here on those guys today. Like I said, I believe CleanSpark is supposed to be reporting their financial results for Q1 later on today. We'll go over that when it does come out, okay? So that's it. I wanted to point that out to you guys. Now, let's get into Cipher. So Cipher provided their financial update for Q1. These are the numbers that we do have for them right now. A couple interesting things I wanted to point out to you guys. We know that Cipher has 3 locations. Bear, let me see here if I can point them out to you guys. They got 3 locations where they are getting 49% stake in those facilities. So you got Alvarez, Bear, and Chief. Those provide them with 49%. And I knew in the beginning that this was going to be a little tough to figure out as far as what they're mining, depending on what they were providing us also with each monthly production update. And by the looks of it, they were providing us with what they mined for both those 3 locations and their Odessa facility, which is wholly owned by them. So that was kind of screwing up my numbers here. I knew that was going to happen. So when I had the numbers for here, the numbers that I had for them was actually higher. I had them at, I think it was like 26 million or something like that for the quarter for self-mining, possibly. After I've been able to look at all the numbers that we do have, I have adjusted this now, so I'm only off by 1.34%, which is still pretty good. But I want to get closer on it. But it's going to be tough going forward because they do have this one facility that, 3 facilities that they only have 49% stake in them. They don't report it as revenue. They report it as assets, I believe, but they still report what they actually mine for it. So it makes it a little bit confusing. Okay, so here's what we got. So revenue recognized from Bitcoin mined net of receivable was only 943. I have them, what they reported at least for January, February, and March, they reported 1,154 BTC mined. So of that, the 943 was what they actually are reporting as revenue. The other 100 some odd BTC is going to be probably put in as assets or something like that because they don't own over 50% of that facility, so it's going to get reported differently. So that's why the numbers are going to be a little bit strange. But I think I got a pretty good system figured out how to track them going forward. We'll see if this does improve going into Q2. With the numbers they report, but we'll see, right? Once we get these updates, we'll obviously update everything here. So things are updated right now on that one. Okay, other things to take a look at here. Let me see if I can find it really quick here. It was Bear. Where was it? I had it highlighted. There it is. Okay. So as far as their growth is concerned and the number of miners they have right now, I got that all figured out as well. What they have for Bear facility for the 3 facilities where they have 49% stake, and also for Odessa, I have that all figured out, so that's good there. So it states here, as of April 30th, we operated approximately 69,500 miners with an aggregate hash rate capacity of 7 exahash, deploying approximately 230 megawatts of electricity, of which we owned approximately 59,500 miners with an aggregate hash rate capacity of approximately 6 exahash, deploying approximately 199 megawatts. So they own, right, they operate 7 exahash, but they own 6 exahash of that currently. Okay, that's currently right now. And then by the end of the third quarter, 2023, we anticipate operating approximately 80,500 miners capable of generating approximately 8.2 exahash across our sites, of which we will own approximately 70,500 miners representing 7.2 exahash. And I got all my numbers updated here as well. And this is kind of what we're seeing right now. 80,500 miners, 7.2 exahash is what they're going to be owning. And that's taken into account 49% of the almost 2 exahash here that they have at the Bear, Alvarez, and Chief facility, which, like I said, they own 49% of that. So that's what we're reporting on that one. So that gets us to 7.25, which is going to be accurate here, okay? Now, those numbers are always going to get reported for BTC monthly, but they're not going to be reported on the revenue side of things, okay? So I hope that kind of clears things up. Okay, so that entails all the details that we know so far, and here are the numbers that we have for them for Q1 right now. So we'll kind of go over that really quick, and I'll try to increase this a little bit, make it bigger for you guys as well, so you guys can see it. We'll get into the metrics here in a little bit, and we'll try to get through this relatively quickly. So cash and cash equivalents, obviously way down here to 3.9 million compared to 11.9, so about 8 million less. They've been growing quite fast and quickly here. So that obviously has an impact on their cash flow, but then they've been burning through it here for a little bit. But hopefully now with their production being pretty much ramped up, they should be burning through less cash going forward. Accounts receivable up a little bit to 281,000 from 98,000 is fine. Let me see here. Accounts receivable related party, about the same. Not much of a difference there. Prepaid expenses went down to 4.2 from 7.2. As we're getting obviously miners in, that's going to come down. Cryptocurrencies, assets, went up to 9.5 million from 6.2, so that's good there. Derivative assets also went down a little bit to 17 million from 21 million. So total current assets, we are at 36.4 compared to 47.7. A little bit of a decrease there, about what, almost 11 million or so. That's still better than the decrease they had here in from Q3 to Q4, which was almost 20 some odd million. So that's good there. Looking at here, deposits on equipment, that went down to 1.1 million from 73 million. So like I said, as miners are coming in, those are deposits are being utilized. Property and equipment went up nicely to 263 million from 191. So that was good to see there. Security deposits, about the same right now, up a little bit here, just a couple thousand. Investment in equity invested, down a little bit to 34 from 37. Right of use assets was down to 0. Deferred investment was down to 0. Operating lease right of use, that's a different one now. That's up 4.8. And derivative assets is up to 54, which is a new category here as well that we have. Well, it looks like we had it back here. Not sure how that all works out, but here's what we do have. So current assets went down actually to 412 million from 418 in Q4. Okay, still not bad. Liabilities wise, let's see here. Liabilities, accounts payable is down to 10 million from 14, so that's good. Accounts payable related party is also down about half to 1.5 from 3, so that's good. Operating lease liability current portion is about the same, up a little bit, a couple thousand there. Finance lease liability current portion is up a little bit here, also a couple thousand, almost, what is that, 80,000, something like that. 70,000, maybe more than that, 6, 7. That would be up roughly 140,000. So that's up a little bit there. Accrued expenses down a little bit to 17.3 from 19.3. So that's good there, down 2 million. And warrant liability up a couple $1,000 there. So overall, total current liability went down to 33.3 million from 40.3. So that's good there as well. Total liabilities is down to 68 million from 75 million. So that's good there. Let's see, total liabilities and stockholder equity is at 412 million compared to 418 million. So a little bit of a decrease, but not bad. And then as far as revenues are concerned, here's the nice part of it that we're seeing is revenues increased nicely here in the first quarter to almost 21.9 million compared to 3 million. So that's good there. This is all from their self-mining. Expenses also went up here. That's given that they're mining more. So those are up to 8.1 million from 748,000. General administrative went way down here. Well, not way down, but it went down about 1.5 million roughly to 17.4 million from 18.98 here, which is good. Depreciation and amortization went up a little bit here to 11 million. Obviously, they got more miners in, so that's depreciating those. Also, change in fair value was actually negative 5.3 million compared to 12.1 in 94. Power sales was down a little bit here, 98. Realized gain on sale of cryptocurrency was down 4 million. Impairment of cryptocurrencies was up to 1.8 from 680,000. That's okay. Equity and loss, that one was way down here, so that's good. Other gains, negative 2.2 million. And then total cost and operating expenses was down to 28 million compared to 52 million here in Q4. So that's good. That's really good there. Okay. Gross profit came in at about 15 million. Gross profit percentage was 71.82, and then gross profit minus depreciation came in at 13.7 million, and gross profit minus depreciation percentage-wise was 62.82 million. So like I said, when I use my 50% net income from gross revenue or 75% net income from gross revenue, this is kind of where this is coming from. That's kind of the range that I'm kind of looking at for them. Interest income, let's see here, not much there. Interest expense, not much there. Operating expense was actually, looks like negative 362,000 compared to 140 positive there. And the loss before taxes was way down to negative 6.5 million compared to 49 million loss there. Okay, so that's looking good there. Net gain loss was a total of 6.6 million loss compared to 49.787. So that's good there. And then also loss per share was a negative 3 cents compared to negative 21 cents, it looks like back here. So that's all good and great, the kind of things that we want to see. So they've obviously been improving a lot of things here. Let's take a look at some of the metrics that we do have. And it looks like they mined, well, they reported mining 1,154, but in reality, I probably should change this only to include the, where was it? Let me see, not that one. We want to look at mined, BTC 943, right? What do they report? Revenue from Bitcoin mining was 21. Let's see here. I got somewhere initially up to, nope. There we go, 943. So 943, I probably should be using that number as reporting that as revenue going into it for the numbers. So if we change it to 943 here, we'll probably get the most updated numbers that we do have for them. And they started the quarter out at about 1.8 exahash to finish out the quarter at about 5 exahash. So that was a nice increase there. They increased it by 3.16 exahash, which is really good. They mined on average about 362 Bitcoins per exahash on it. Cost to mine is about, minus depreciation, about 8,633 for that facility. Odessa, more likely, okay? So that's still pretty good. A lot of the miners are around 10, 11, 12. Some are even at 13,000 right now. So their cost is still really good here on it. But some of the other miners also report other things into that mixture. Not only just electricity, but they include overhead and things like that into it. That's why it goes up. For them, it looks like they're just reporting on the power cost for that facility. Okay, debt to equity ratio is at 0.1975, so lower is better, so that's still pretty good. Current ratio is at least above 1, so that's good still, 1.095. It has been coming down as they've been paying down things and getting things under control there. What else do we have here? Revenue, 21.8 million. General and administrative compensation was 17.4, so that's still pretty high, 79% compared to the 625% here. It's better, but we still want to see that come down to be under possibly 20%, if not better than that. That's kind of where I like to see it. Because right now, 79% is still a lot spending on general administrative and compensation on it. Okay? So those are the metrics that we do have here for them. And if we look at the quarterly results here over the last 4 quarters, we can see total current assets went up here in Q3, down in Q4, down some more in Q1. And then total current liabilities also went down here in Q1, which is good to see from the other quarters. Current ratio has come down. Debt to equity ratio has also come down, which is good. But this one obviously is now below 1, so that's really good there. Cost to mine 1 BTC minus depreciation. That one's 8.63, so we're looking at that already, and things are looking pretty good there. Bitcoin mined quarterly, 943 is what I'm using for basically what they're reporting on revenue on it. I'll have to remember to do this going forward for each quarter, just so that we can maintain this going forward. And then you can see also last 4 quarter revenues have been increasing. Current quarter that we're in right now, which is Q2, looks like about 31.48 million. Roughly, it's an estimate depending where Bitcoin price goes, network hash rate, all that stuff goes. Also, we had a lot of increase in BTC production by the miners, because of the network fees, have contributed to about 20% so far in the first 9 days. That's going to have an impact on it as well, which should bump them up possibly even higher than the 31.48 million, but we'll see. Okay, and then last four quarters operating costs increased. They are expected to increase because they installed more miners on them. Okay, right now, let's take a look at Cipher really quick. Cipher is at $2.19 right now, and I have them at $2. So they're up today. I haven't updated this yet, but I have them between a P of 20 would be $2.35 and $3.53. I think they're pretty fairly valued right now. Their market cap is pretty good. 500 million market cap right now compared to some of the other miners that are actually generating more revenue are actually lower than this. So I think they are pretty fairly valued right now as it is. All right. Overall, good quarter for them, good growth. They've been executing really well, which is good to see. We are seeing improvements on things that we wanted to see improvements on. And hopefully this next current quarter, they might be able to actually turn a profit, which would be good per cents, per shares. All right, so that's it. Let me know what you guys thought of all this, what you guys think of Cipher. Have they met your, I guess, expectations as far as production is concerned and their growth? I think they've done a fantastic job here. So they're going to be growing a little bit more here towards the end of the year. Right now, they're going to be kind of stagnant until they get more miners in a little bit. And when that happens, we'll probably see Bitcoin production come down a little bit here, unless they can somehow improve efficiencies as well. Okay, so that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, helps me out tremendously. The spreadsheet is available to my Patreon members as always. Thank you to everyone there. And then I'll provide the YouTube members with the picture of this spreadsheet. Okay, so that's it. I'll see you guys probably later on tonight. It's going to be a late video though, however. So like I said, I got stuff going on this afternoon that I got to take care of. Then we'll, do a late video as well. All right, so I'll see you guys later on tonight and then tomorrow as well. So